Fresh pasta is surprisingly easy to make at home, and it's a really fun thing to do as well. Today, I'm going to show you my best ever recipe, so that if you're ever feeling up to it, you can whip up a batch of pappardelle or any other shape that you like in no time at all. Now, the basics are mostly the same from every recipe, but today I'm going to explain to you exactly how to nail each step so you get it right. Let's do this. The ingredients for pasta are super simple, but the one thing that you do need before you get started is a pasta maker. It just helps you roll out that dough really evenly so you can cut it into the shape that you need. Okay, first up, let's talk about the flour. Today we're using type 00 flour, regular plain flour, but the type 00 refers to the milling fineness. So its silky texture helps make that a beautiful smooth dough with great elasticity. Put it directly onto your clean bench. Of course, this dough will pick up anything that's on your bench, so make sure it's nice and clean. And I just put it into a little mound like that. And then what I want you to do is make a little well right there in the center. You can even just use your fingers. This helps when you're mixing, because what you're going to do is gradually add the eggs without it all spilling over the edge. So once you've got that well, you then grab your eggs, and I'm going to do 2 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks. So the reason you use a few extra egg yolks is just to make your dough even richer. It's one of the ways that I really make this my best ever. Season generously with salt, and then just a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Take yourself a fork, and we're going to break each of those egg yolks, and then you can kind of just whisk the eggs right in the center of the flour, and it'll start picking up little bits of flour as it goes along, and eventually this is going to turn into a beautiful pasta dough. Once you're happy with those eggs and how they've been mixed, you can get rid of the fork and get your hands and start working that right in the center like this. And then you can start just pulling it together. At the start it's going to feel really, really soft. But eventually this dough is going to pick up every little piece of flour on your cutting board. Start kneading it and folding it into itself. You'll get to a shaggy dough that looks a bit like this. Here comes the workout. Okay, we are kneading, and you need to knead it enough to exercise the gluten in the flour, because if you don't exercise the gluten in the flour, you won't get that wonderful elasticity that you want in pasta. Right, so it's going to take 4 or 5 minutes of pretty solid working out, but it's going to give you not only a better cardio rate, it's going to give you a much better pasta dough. Okay, so get up nice and high and push that dough down into the board. You can't over knead it, because what we're going to do is we're going to let it rest, and you're going to let that gluten chill out, and it'll get a lot softer after it's rested, but the kneading gives you that great elasticity. If you need to get a little step, get up on top of it and push it down like that. Somebody bring me a fan. Now, if this feels way too strenuous for you, you can throw the whole thing into a food processor, and you can let the food processor do some other work. So 4 to 5 minutes of kneading, and what you're going to feel is that dough start to change in your hands. It's going to start getting really smooth. It should feel elastic, but it should feel slightly tacky, but not sticky. If it does feel sticky, you can always add just a tiny bit more flour, but not too much. So once you've worked it into a nice firm ball and it's got that beautiful elasticity, and you can see if I push into it, it's going to spring back really fast. Watch this. Perfect. See how it goes right back to the shape it was? That's because we've really exercised that gluten. Once you've got that, it's time to rest your dough. Once you've kneaded it into a beautiful firm ball, then you wrap it in plastic and let it sit at room temperature for at least 30 minutes. 60 minutes is even better. Or if you really want to, you can rest it from the day before. Of course, if you're going to do it overnight, make sure you pop it in the fridge. But if you're going to rest it out, just leave it for 30 to 60 minutes. Then it's time to roll it. Okay, so this dough has now rested for 30 to 60 minutes. So you just remove it from the cling film, and then you really don't want to use much flour at all, but you will need a tiny little bit, so just go ahead and dust just a little. Then what I like to do is kind of squash that dough down into a nice flat piece and cut it in half. take that piece of cling film and wrap one half and put it to the side. The other piece you can flatten out and sort of push into a bit of a rectangle. Of course, if you want to use a roller, you can. And then you kind of straighten up both edges, push it down one more time, and then you've got yourself a piece of pasta that you can now put through your pasta roller. On your largest setting, meaning the two rollers are the furthest apart from one another, you take your pasta and you just slowly place it through like that. Now, once you've got your pasta dough, you can put it onto your board. You can fold it into three. So you fold it over on itself, and then again like that. Push it back down, and then we put it back through the machine. The reason you're folding the pasta onto itself is to create lots and lots of layers. That's going to strengthen the pasta and give it really nice texture. And then what you do is keep going down in size, so each time you make your pasta dough ever so slightly thinner, you roll it through, and that is going to make your noodle longer. If it starts to feel like it's getting a bit unmanageable, and it will continue to get longer, just lay it down on your bench. Pick up your knife and just find that halfway mark, cut it in half, put one over here to rest, and the other one, you keep working. So once you've rolled your pasta into beautiful thin sheets like this, you can make so many different shapes. You can make lasagna, you can make tagliatelle, you can make pappardelle, and all you do to cut it into shape is either trim the edges like this and then cut them into long, thin noodles, or you can go ahead and take the attachment to your pasta machine and cut the desired thickness that you want. And that way you get beautiful thin pasta just like that. And you can just rest that in a nice little nest. But if you want to hand cut, go ahead and dust. Fold them over again, and then go ahead and cut them into those nice thick noodles. And they are ready to cook. So you lightly dust them with flour, set them aside, and then you just arrange them into these little nests until they're ready to cook. Bellissima! So there you have it. It's my best ever homemade pasta recipe to serve with my best ever bolognese sauce. Just check it out in the link below. And for more of my best ever recipes, head to Cole's YouTube channel or recipes and inspiration at coles.com.au.